in the street, though I could not feel the pain. The path of least resistance is driving me insane, and it is hard to please your conscience when all of love's a crime. And it is hard to call the police with your last lousy dime. I know you're just laughing, 'cause there's nothing else to do. You might die laughing, 'cause the joke's on you. Crazy Alice was a would-be actress until she got bored with the lines and started practicing insanity when she got no Valentines. And now she plays the part of a lover in the late-night pickup bars. And I might go on home with her if I didn't mind the scars. I know you're just laughing, 'cause there's nothing else to do. But you might die laughing, 'cause the joke's on you. I never had a Nathan's hot dog until the old man died. So you couldn't call him famous, you could only say he lied. And the proof ain't in the pudding when there ain't no pudding at all. And it is hard to take the kidding when there is nowhere left to fall. I know you're just laughing, 'cause there's nothing else to do. But you might die laughing, 'cause the joke's on you. My dreams, they reek of madness, and I try to understand how people can rely on sadness as the only card in their hand. And you find out about the weather when you get rain in your eyes. And you find out who your friends are as a consolation prize. I know you're just laughing, 'cause there's nothing else to do. You might die laughing, 'cause the joke's on you. A man lay dead on Houston Street, he'd been dead for many days. And they all walked by with nervous feet as though he was just drunk or dazed. After all, there was nothing they could do like donate time or money. But I'm going on back to Houston where they don't talk so funny. I know you're just laughing, 'cause there's nothing else to do. You might die laughing, 'cause the joke's on you. Yeah, you might die my window was my only message of fall. Tears flow through my eyes as the songs drift through the wall. But I do not hear the words. There is no need with that tune. I am locked up in feelings, missing you. Prisons offer freedom, matters less when they lock the door. And it is opened by force, like the rich force the poor. But that open door is killing me, because I cannot move. I am locked up in feelings, missing you. Poisons are for preachers who misinterpret verse. Seasons are for visitors who escape when things get worse. Change is all that's constant when I lie myself to sleep. I am locked up in feelings, missing you. Somewhere in the depths of reason is my reason for loving you. Where in hell is this heaven that tortures us like fools? That crystal fire of morning, half frozen in the frosty dew. I am locked up in feelings, missing you. There were not so many suitors chasing that hand as it flees, seeming like so many tutors trying to teach where there is no need. But my dark lady softly whispers misinterpreted verse subdued. I am locked up in feelings, missing you. I am locked up in feelings, missing you. I am locked up in feelings, missing you. Crazy as he walks down the street to the place where the darkness makes your heart skip a beat. But he's walking a little bit slower than all of his friends. Perhaps he knows more than he pretends, but it is hard to argue with a parasite fool, 'cause he uses his memory instead of his tools. And the game that he's playing, it's got its own set of rules, and he's getting away with murder. When there is bats in the belfry, I am proud to report, where the clergy vacation at their midtown resorts, where they keep them out of sight by changing their tune, and they are dying of fright just a little too soon. And there is never a word about those faraway lands where another kind of hourglass has hands when they put him on trial for murder. Where there is no sense in arguing, it is very plain to see about the comparative worthlessness of college degrees. When you pay for your smiles with your green stamp books and land jobs according to how your bottom half looks, yet along comes this man with his limerick jokes and dissertations of grandeur on the tobacco he smokes, and his conscience is wrapped up in Edgar Allan Poe and other tales of murder. But I'm trying to be fair to all that is involved, at least till the other half of this mystery is solved. When a pedestal is moved and a balance is lost, and the failures and the mistrials, they all add to the cost. Oh, they got a new rule book that always says no to the kids who want to stay up for the late, late show. But they keep them reading comic books 'cause they never show the true color of murder. So let's all say a prayer for organized crime as a patron saint of the commerce of having a good time. We'll send someone out to investigate the dirt, though the last one he came back just a little bit hurt. Oh, they found him on the beach with his head in the sand, and you know he wasn't out there just to dig some clams. And though the suicide note was in his own hand, to me it smells like murder. When they run you through changes till you run out of breath, for feeding you cigarettes and gasoline and other forms of death, then they force you into buying all their worthless machines that can do everything better except for cleaning the latrines. But depression ain't the worry of most of these folks. They're worried about their worth as a butt of these jokes, and losing their jobs permanently is a part of the hoax, and forcing them to resort to murder. Well, Franklin and Fulton and Alexander Graham Bell, along with Einstein, can all just go to hell, 'cause you can't ask the computers to feed you a meal, and you can't turn on the TV set to see how you feel. And the man who invented that horrible bomb is probably as American as George Washington's mom. And Uncle Sam's changed his name to Uncle Tom to avoid the rap for murder. Take it home. But the distance that we have brought between our friends, while men are wrought of wisdom and violence wrought of song, we followed along the stone walls when day was close to dawn, lying in our promise down where the rapids run. The birds that fly so freely, they have never fought the wind, landing on a dogwood amongst their flowers and kin. But soon that they be hungry, within the search there come the cats that stalk the raven down where the rabbits run. The path we followed freely, it has followed into fall. Are the fields we left fallow to follow our own call? But the colors burn so naked, blistered by the sun, the mirror of my madness down where the rabbits run. I hope that you will never ask me to raise an arm or kill, nor force me to be forceful, nor bar my windowsill. For the men who talk of reason have reason for their guns, but there is never talk of treason down where the rabbits run. Run away to join a circus. The circus is right here and it swallowed you whole. You don't have to fake a fall to make us nervous, but drinking from an empty bowl. But that tightrope walk is just danger on the take, and it's a lot more safe than being burned at the stake. Those crocodile tears are just a little bit fake. You got your net if you lose control. Out of control, out of control. Cast your faith to the wind, tie your saints to their sins. You know you're never gonna win till you're out of control. Well, they're handing away free tickets for the show. They're paying off reporters and people in the know. The bandwagon's rolling in a screen of smoke. The emperor has definitely got his new clothes, but his story got boring the second time around, and the crowd stayed home when the rain fell down. His fame faded quiet without no sound. You know that nature was what they could not control. Out of control, out of control. Faith to the wind, tie your saints to their sins. You know you're never gonna win till you're out of control. Well, St. Joseph and Mary at the end of their rope, dreaming sacrilegious messages to send to the Pope. Resistance, not submission, is our only hope. You know that faith can take its toll. Remembering the time when another child was born, no means of support or time to warn. No conception of what it means to be torn when your father says you are out of control. Out of control, out of control. Cash of fate through the wind, tie your saints to their sins. You know you're never gonna win till you're out of control. Well, the freedom fighter is faking his friendship with a 50-state waltz of ethnic roles, founding his fortune on faces called hip, who know that he's ahead in the polls. But something is missing in that down-home smile, like Judas kissing babies ahead of his trial. And the grassroots religion ain't a martyr to style. You know the vote is what they cannot control. Out of control, out of control. Cash of fate through the wind, tie your saints to their sins. You know you're never gonna win till you're out of control. Well, the pagan rain falls out in left field, red hair and hot dogs and a wounded goal. It was the last of the ninth in the early summer heat before the factory claimed his soul. And those aching voices, vasectomizing dreams, cut off from visions with midnight screams, banishing blessings like a wounded priest when his life fell out of their control. Out of control, out of control. Cash your fate through the wind, tie your saints to their sins. You know you're never gonna win till you're out of control. Well, the animal uncaged in a rat black coat and a typewriter romance with eyes like coal, finding his fortune in a rainbow boat, alchemist treason for his pot of gold. I am with you, he cried, as if he just made up his mind. A reluctant reaper is shaken with desire, but tomorrow is loose on a horizon of fire. I would pay her, but I lost control. Out of control, out of control. Cash your fate through the wind, tie your saints to the sins. You know you're never gonna win till you're out of control. Out of control, out of control. Cash your fate through the wind, tie your saints to the sins. You know you're never gonna win till you're out of control. Out of control, out of control. Cash your fate through the wind, tie your saints to the sins. You know you're never gonna